Welcome back! With fall here, it's time to plan for Columbus Day, also known as Indigenous Peoples Day. Wondering what's open, what's closed, and who gets a day off? We've got you covered. From mail and banks to schools and garbage pickup, we'll break down what you need to know. The holiday is observed differently across the country, so details matter. Our goal? Help you avoid surprises and plan your day with confidence. Grab your coffee. Let's dive into what to expect this October 13th. Here's your essential guide to Columbus Day 2025. First, let's get the date right. Columbus Day is always the second Monday in October, thanks to the Uniform Monday Holiday Act. In 2025, that's Monday, October 13th. This setup guarantees a 3-day weekend for many. The federal government sets the date, but states and cities may observe it differently. Mark your calendar. This is the anchor for all the closures and changes we'll discuss. With the date set, let's move on to why this holiday matters and how it's observed. Ready? Let's explore the history and what it means for you. Why do we observe this day? For many Americans, the second Monday in October is a day marked on calendars, but its meaning is far from simple. It's a day that sparks conversation, reflection, and sometimes even controversy. The story behind this holiday is layered, and understanding it helps us see why it matters so much to so many people. Columbus Day marks Christopher Columbus's 1492 landing in the Americas, a moment celebrated for centuries, especially in Italian-American communities. For generations, Columbus was seen as a symbol of exploration and the spirit of discovery. Italian immigrants, in particular, embraced the holiday as a way to honor their heritage and contributions to American society, often organizing parades and community events that brought people together. But the story has evolved. Many now see this as the start of hardship for Indigenous peoples. Columbus's arrival marked the beginning of centuries of colonization, displacement, and suffering for Native American communities. For Indigenous peoples, this day can be a painful reminder of lost lands, broken treaties, and cultural erasure. Their voices have grown louder in recent decades, calling for a more honest look at history. That's why more states and cities now recognize Indigenous Peoples Day instead, honoring Native American history and culture. This shift is about more than just changing a name. It's about acknowledging the resilience, traditions, and ongoing contributions of Indigenous communities. Celebrations often include traditional music, dance, storytelling, and educational events that highlight the rich diversity of Native cultures. The shift began in the 1990s, and today, over a dozen states and 130-plus cities observe Indigenous Peoples Day. Each year, more places join in, reflecting a growing movement to re-examine the stories we tell about our past. The map of observance is changing, and with it, the way communities choose to remember and honor history. Some places celebrate both, reflecting a broader conversation about American history. In these communities, you might see parades that honor Italian-American heritage alongside events that recognize Indigenous resilience. This dual celebration can be a way to bring people together, encouraging dialogue and understanding between different groups. The name a city or state uses can affect school lessons, public events, and the day's tone. In classrooms, teachers may use the day to discuss the complexities of history, encouraging students to think critically about the past. Public events might focus on celebration, education, or even protest, depending on the community's perspective. For some, it's a day of protest or reflection. For others, a celebration of heritage. Families might gather to share stories, attend cultural events, or participate in marches and vigils. The day can be deeply personal, shaped by individual backgrounds and beliefs. This dual identity explains why the holiday feels different depending on where you are. In big cities, you might find vibrant parades and festivals, while in smaller towns, the day could pass quietly or spark debate. The atmosphere can shift dramatically from one place to another, reflecting local values and histories. Understanding this context helps make sense of the varied closures and observances. Some government offices, schools, and businesses close for the holiday, while others remain open. Families may need to check local calendars to know what to expect, as the rules can change from year to year and place to place. It's not just a day off, it's a reflection of ongoing debates about history and identity. The conversations sparked by this holiday can be passionate, sometimes even divisive, as people grapple with how best to honor the past and move forward together. So, as we look at what's open and closed, remember, local context matters. The way your community observes this day is shaped by its unique history, values, and the voices of its people. Let's get practical and see how this plays out in daily life. Whether you're planning errands, attending events, or simply reflecting on the meaning of the day, knowing the local approach can help you navigate the holiday with understanding and respect. Here's what you need to know about services on this day, and how the evolving story of Columbus Day and Indigenous Peoples Day continues to shape our communities. Investors, take note. The stock market is open on Columbus Day. Both the New York Stock Exchange and NASDAQ operate on their regular schedule. Unlike holidays like Christmas or Thanksgiving, Columbus Day isn't a market holiday. Bond markets also remain open, so trading continues as usual. This can be confusing since other federal services pause, but Wall Street keeps moving. If you're planning trades or watching your portfolio, expect a normal Monday. The financial world doesn't stop for this holiday, so while banks and mail may pause, the markets are business as usual. Plan your investments accordingly. For federal employees, Columbus Day is a paid holiday. Most non-essential federal offices, like the IRS and Social Security, will be closed. Essential workers in security, law enforcement, and public safety still report for duty. If you need to visit a federal office, plan around the closure. All offices reopen Tuesday, October 14th. This is one of the most consistent aspects of the holiday nationwide. States and cities may differ, but for federal workers, it's a guaranteed day off. If you're a federal employee, enjoy your long weekend. For everyone else, check your local government's schedule. No regular mail delivery on Columbus Day. USPS follows the federal holiday schedule. Post offices are closed, and standard mail won't be delivered. The exception, USPS Priority Mail Express still operates in many areas. If you're expecting something urgent, only Priority Mail Express will arrive. Blue collection boxes won't be serviced, and retail counters are closed. Self-service kiosks may be open, but mail won't be processed until Tuesday. Plan ahead if you need to send or receive important mail. For most, it's a one-day pause. Normal service resumes Tuesday, October 14th. This is a nationwide rule, so expect the same wherever you live. Don't get caught off guard. Mail your items early. When Columbus Day rolls around, many people wonder if their packages will still arrive on time. While the United States Postal Service takes the day off, private carriers like FedEx and UPS mostly keep their wheels turning and their drivers on the road. This means that for most customers, you can expect your deliveries to arrive as scheduled, even on this federal holiday. FedEx Express, Ground, and Home Delivery all operate on their regular schedules, so whether you're waiting for an important document or a long-anticipated online order, FedEx will likely deliver it without delay. However, there are a couple of exceptions to keep in mind. FedEx Freight, which handles large shipments and pallets, is closed for the holiday. Additionally, some FedEx office locations may have reduced hours or be closed entirely, so it's a good idea to check ahead if you need to visit in person. UPS also continues its regular delivery and pickup services on Columbus Day. The main exception is UPS SurePost, a service that partners with USPS for the final leg of delivery. Since USPS is closed, SurePost packages will be delayed until the Postal Service resumes operations. For most other UPS shipments, you can expect your packages to arrive on time, just like any other business day. This is great news for anyone waiting on a time-sensitive delivery. Still, it's always smart to check your tracking information or visit the carrier's website for any local variations or unexpected delays, especially if your area is experiencing severe weather or other disruptions. For most customers, private shipping services like FedEx and UPS keep moving forward, even when federal offices are closed. Their commitment to reliable delivery means you can shop, ship, and receive packages with confidence. Businesses and online shoppers alike can expect minimal disruption to their shipping plans, making Columbus Day just another day for package arrivals. Just remember those exceptions for FedEx Freight and UPS SurePost, as these are the main services affected by the holiday. Private carriers like FedEx and UPS don't always follow the federal holiday schedule, so it's important to know the difference when planning your shipments. So, if you're counting on a delivery, your packages are likely safe. But if it's urgent or especially important, double-check with your carrier for the most up-to-date information. Columbus Day is a federal holiday in the United States, and for most people that means a day off from work or school. But what about your local bank? If you're planning to visit a branch, you'll want to know that most banks are closed on Columbus Day, as they follow the Federal Reserve's official holiday schedule. This means that the majority of major banks and credit unions will shut their physical branches, so you won't be able to do any in-person banking on this day. Whether you bank with a national chain or a local credit union, you'll likely find the doors locked and the lights off. In-person services like cashing checks, opening new accounts, or speaking with a teller will have to wait until the next business day. However, you're not completely out of luck. ATMs remain fully operational, so you can still withdraw cash, check your balance, or even make deposits at most machines. These services are available 24/7, even on holidays. Plus, online and mobile banking services are always up and running. You can log in to your bank's website or app to pay bills, transfer funds, check your account activity, or even deposit checks using your phone's camera. Digital banking makes it easy to manage your money from anywhere, even when branches are closed. But keep in mind, while you can initiate transactions online, some, like external transfers or wire transfers, may not actually process until the next business day, which is Tuesday. This delay can also affect bill payments and direct deposits scheduled for the holiday. So, if you have any urgent banking needs that require a teller's help or a visit to your local branch, it's a good idea to plan ahead and take care of them before the holiday arrives. For routine tasks like paying bills or transferring money between accounts, digital tools are your best bet. Just remember, processing times may be slower than usual, so don't wait until the last minute if you have a deadline. The closure of bank branches on Columbus Day is nearly universal across the country, so it's best not to expect any exceptions, even in smaller towns or cities. To avoid any inconvenience, try to handle your banking needs either before the holiday or wait until branches reopen the following day. Scheduling appointments or setting reminders can help you stay on top of your finances. While you won't be able to visit a teller or conduct in-person business, your money is still accessible through ATMs and digital platforms. Just remember to plan ahead, and you'll have no trouble managing your finances during the holiday. Trash and recycling pickup on Columbus Day depends on your city or service provider. Some cities, like Columbus, Ohio, delay collection by a day. Others, like Cincinnati, stick to the regular schedule. There's no national rule. Check your local Department of Public Works or waste company's website. Many cities post holiday schedules online or offer alerts via apps or text. Don't assume your schedule matches your neighbor's. Local policies vary. A quick online search for your city's holiday trash schedule is the best way to avoid missed pickups. Factors like union contracts and city budgets influence these decisions. When in doubt, check directly with your provider. Plan ahead to keep your week running smoothly. That's your essential guide to Columbus Day and Indigenous Peoples Day 2025. We've covered what's open, what's closed, and how to plan ahead. Remember, federal offices and banks close, but private shippers and the stock market stay open. Local services like trash pickup vary, so always check your city's website. Stay informed, subscribe for updates, and check local resources for last-minute changes. Thanks for watching. See you next time.